Hi, my name is Redmond. I'm the eldest of 6 kids to a mother from England and a father from Ireland who met in the States. That's why my accent sounds a little bit different to most people. However, I have lived in the United Kingdom for 44, 45 years, and I'm a dual national. I first got involved with Motivate because of a work coach I had at the local job centre, a man named Fernando. He was a new work coach for me, and he had heard about this organisation, he heard good stuff, and he knew I was a bit sceptical, a bit cynical. So from arrangements with himself, he contacted Motivate, and an appointment was set up to meet one of the workers, a woman called Martine. It was to explore voluntary work opportunities for myself, because I'm not a young man anymore. I needed to help fill out my CV in terms of looking for work. I was contacted shortly afterwards by another worker from Motivate, a young lady called Sue-Ann, who arranged an appointment with myself in Rochdale. We had a lengthy chat and discussion about my circumstances. She quickly came to appreciate just how bad that my circumstances were. In the new year, Sue-Ann had actually helped me. She facilitated me applying to Rochdale Borough-wide housing, and she gave me the idea, which hadn't occurred to me at all, to consider the opportunity of living in what's called independent living schemes, what used to be called sheltered housing. Because I was very intimidated about dealing with all of these applications online, very intimidated. She helped me apply, and then from there, it seemed to go at quite a pace. From the beginning of the new year, before I knew where I was having the opportunity of properties to view, and in a very short space of time, I found myself now being resident here, a independent living scheme in which I have very pleasant neighbours, very friendly. It's in a lovely location, easily accessible for public transport, lovely park nearby. I've also had the opportunity to connect with local organisations to build up on voluntary work. I go for walks with a local walking group. I sign on with an ICT, as they call it now, training sessions at a local project called the Lighthouse Project, doing an excellent job. And I had the pleasant opportunity, great opportunity, to get a position there as a volunteer, as a welcomer to the cathedral, which I look forward to every week, being able to meet people from near and far. And when I say far, I mean places like China and Indonesia, as well as far as furthest Ashton, under Lyme. I really enjoy the work. I found it's been helped to get me back to where I was before in terms of self-confidence and self-esteem. And I do think it can also be something that's also quite useful on my CV and can also hopefully connect me with opportunities for employment. And it's to the credit of the staff of Motivate, who are not just professionals, but very human with it, very sensitive to person's needs. It's that customized, tailored thing, support that's meant so much to me. I mean, Sue-Ann isn't just a paid professional. She was a lifesaver for me. If it wasn't for Motivate, I dread to think where I'd be now. Things were so bad at the end of 2017 that, quite frankly, if it wasn't for my brother, the whole reason I came back to this neighbourhood, this whole part of the world, I could have been quite suicidal. And that is, I don't say that lightly. Things were very, very bleak.
Very knowledgeable man, and I've learnt a lot from him. He's always been respectful and understanding, and at times I know I had to be respectful and give him the opportunity to take on what I was saying. He went away, which was the best thing. He went away for himself and made decisions, then came back to me and said, this is what he wants to do. And I said how I can help him, and it was like a partnership. We was able to do it together. And it's been amazing to watch him progress and go into his own property and like get his smile back, because when I first met him, his smile was quite dim. So now he's forever smiling. I can't catch him. I phone him at times, and his calendar's so busy, and it's amazing to see and to watch him grow and all he's achieved. And as much as he likes to praise me, he's done it himself, because everything I've said to him, let's do this, he said yes.
And that's the contribution Motivate's made. It's humanity as well as his professionalism. Being prepared to think outside the box. I know I use that phrase a lot, but it's true. And again, respond to each individual's needs. That was the thing I found so important. Recognizing that when it was necessary, somebody had to help me. That's what I needed. That's what I've been asking for, and I've only received that kind of support from Motivate. And quite frankly, I'd have no hesitation, absolutely no hesitation, in recommending anybody who comes across my path to get in touch with Motivate, and recommending them to any partner agency out there in the community that I deal with.